Alright, so in the last video, things are finally coming together. We got weights on our sheet. We'll go back to alpha, that way we have some actual numbers, not our coach copy. Right, we got our weights on our sheet. This is great. So now we need to make sure it's ready to print. So to do that, we're going to go to page layout. For a 3-day program like this, let's keep the orientation as a landscape. 2 days, sometimes you can get away with going the portrait mode, but in this case, landscape for sure. Let's go margins 0 all the way around so we can maximize the amount of space on our sheet. And now this is when we need to get into our page break preview. So we'll click that page break preview and it's going to show us if we went to hit print right now, it would print over the course of 6 pages. It thinks that because we typed this in, we want to print the stuff on the side. Not true. So we need to make some changes. So what we'll do is we'll grab the outside here. We'll drag that line to the edge of our program. Great. So now it knows that this stuff is out of bounds. We don't want any of that out of bounds information. We want it there because we want the equations to work, but we don't want it on our final sheet. So that's good news. The next thing we can do is take our page here, because this separates page 1 and page 3. And we want to drag it over and say we want page 1 to be this wide. Awesome. So you can see now it says page 1 all the way across. And let's come down here and check. Let's see. Awesome. So there's no page 2, page 3 down here. So this is great. So it's set up to print on 1 page. We need to see what it looks like though, because we may have to make some changes to the row heights and columns. To do that, we'll hit Control P. And that'll take us to this print preview here. A couple things we're going to do. We're going to click page setup. We're going to go to margins. And personally, I like to center it on both pages, horizontally and vertically, and that'll give you a good sense of where we're at. So in terms of width, it's wide enough. We could make some things a little bit taller. So we have room to grow in the vertical sense. So let's go back, we'll make a couple changes, and we'll see what it looks like. So what I would do is most likely from here down, because this is our tier 1 big exercise for the day. We'll incorporate that. Again, this is going to be get some check work. 30. Let's give 30 a shot. Let's see how that looks on the print preview. That's actually a lot better. That looks really nice. And then one thing we can do is we can look at the size of all of these. These are at 22.8, or at least that one is. So maybe with all of these, we can guess and check 24. Let's go 26, and if we overdo it, not a big deal. So I like that. That looks nice. A couple things I need to do now is just go back and make sure we have everything we want. So I like to go around the whole thing. Biggest border that we have. Great. And I'll check to see if anything else necessarily needs a border. One thing, if we really want to do, get funky, we can put a big border around day 2. And have those days really pop. So let's see how that looks on the print mode. That looks great. And at that point, you have a nice clean program ready to go. You could hit print on that. Obviously, you'd want to fill it in with all the other exercises. But yeah, hopefully this was pretty helpful. This gets you to the point where you can start putting a program together. You can, from here, make 2-day programs, 3-day programs, 4-day programs. You can do 2 tiers, 3 tiers, 4 tiers. Whatever you need, but this should give you the basic setup for a 3-day training program template.